Let's see. Okay. All right, it's working. Is it working? It's working. Now, I pushed a bunch of buttons that say that this is supposed to be captioned. I can't tell. Is this getting captions? Everything says, sure. I don't know. I pushed all the buttons. I don't know what happens. If not, we'll get it on YouTube and it'll be totally captioned. Hi, it's me. Yes, it's Alison. It's Alison Arngrim again. Who's going to do the cooking? La, 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 la. I promised you cheesecake. I did. I promised you cheesecake. Chocolate cheesecake. So, cheesecake can be difficult. They try to make it complicated. All the recipes in the cookbooks are so complicated, and I was just like, I'm not doing that. I can do complicated. I can do that. I know how to cook. I can do that. But why? Why? When you want some homemade cheesecake, do you own a spring form pan, the thing that unhinges? Do you have one of those? I might have one, like way in the back stash somewhere. I probably got to go get one. Not everybody owns a professional spring form pan for making cheesecake. Not everybody is going to sit down and make their own crust and crush the cookies and the graham crackers by themselves and mix it. You can do that if you know how to do it. It's great. You can do that. But that's a thing. It's a lot of thing. And so it's very crazy. Someone's going, you're so normal. I don't think normal's the word. Common, as in common as muck. But I can do that. I've made a graham cracker crust, but it's a lot of work. There's a lot of time. And cheesecake takes enough time as it is. Do you know how long it bakes? Do you know cheesecake has to bake for almost an hour? Some cheesecakes do bake for an hour, or over an hour. Like, that's crazy. It has to bake for like at least 45 minutes. I think the recipe here is like 45 to 55 minutes. Oh my God, that's a really long time. So right there, that's more patience than I generally have. So I have tried to make this cheesecake a little easier and a little simpler so you can get a cheesecake. You'll still have to wait forever for it to bake. Sorry. And then you have to chill it, like, forever. So y'all know I made one yesterday. So, yeah, because you gotta cook it and bake it and it has to cool. It has to go in the fridge for like hours, like really a whole day is best. The longer it sits, the better. So it's a lot of work. You want to make your cheesecake well in advance of whatever you're planning. You're having a party, it's Christmas. You want to make that cheesecake. You want to start 2 days like ahead because it's going to take forever. But you can at least make cheesecake a little easier. Now, didn't tell anyone. There's mixes. You can get mixes. I think with a Jell-O makes them. And it's a whole thing involves Jell-O and stuff. And you put it in the fridge and go, cheesecake! And it's pretty good. It's pretty good, actually. But if you want to show off and go, I made a cheesecake, you can do so. And with about half the massive amounts of work involved actually in making a cheesecake. So no spring form pan, no making your crust. We're going to try to make this simple. Still has to bake for 3 days, but I will show you. So now I, of course, have the fancy mixer. I do. It was a present because it was it my birthday? I think it was my birthday a while back. So this is, ta-da, the fancy KitchenAid. I got it in like the retro 50s blue. But you can do this with a regular beater. Now, I have a cat who's trying to get in on this video. We need cat removal. Cat removal, please. Kitty wants to be in this. She's climbing up on things now. And I'm like, no. Roswell, you know you can't do that.
I don't see any captions.
Oh, no. There's no captions yet. We're working on it. We'll get that sorted soon. Now, you can totally make a cheesecake with a bowl and one of these. You can also use a regular old plug-in egg beater kind of thing. Oh, sneak a cat in. You have to bring her all the way around here. I don't know.
That's all.
No, you couldn't see her. You have to bring her on this side. Bring her on this side. We do have a guest appearance from Roswell the cat. Hi. And look at the camera. Oh, look at the camera, baby. See? Look at the nice people. No. Oh, there you go. There. That's a kitty.
Exactly.
That's right. Now, beat it, Scram. That's Bob bringing the cat in for me. So, if you just have this or a Black & Decker egg beater, my Annie Marion's old Black & Decker egg beater, awesome. You can totally make a cheesecake. I'm going to use the very fancy, my beautiful KitchenAid, because I have one. So, what are we doing? Now, the crust, like I said, huge production, springform pans and things. No, it's a Keebler Elves. The elves made it. It's a Keebler graham cracker crust from the store. Now I got the big one. This is the 10-inch the kind of deeper 10-inch. You want the biggest one you can find because all these recipes make like insane, huge rounds of cheesecake. So this is the biggest one I could get, the 10-inch in my store. So it is a perfectly beautiful crust and saves you a lot of trouble. But you can do that. You can go make the thing. I'll do that sometime for fun. But ta-da, ta-da, ta-da. We just went out and bought a little ordinary little crust. We just bought that. We bought that. So now the big deal is, of course, cream cheese. So what kind of cream cheese? The classic silver box. Yeah, silver box. Philadelphia. Boom, box. Just that's it. You want one? You want these? But you need 3 of them. 3. Now, I made this pumpkin one over Christmas, and it only needed 2, but I think it was because there was so much pumpkin. This is 3, because we're making chocolate. So 3 of these suckers, and here you are. I've already unboxed them, and we're going to dump them, my magic spatula, in here, just all of them. Get in there, you little devils. There you go. Wow, that's a lot of cream cheese. But we like that, So, you're going to need 3 eggs. These are things you want to get to room temperature. It's a big thing about things being room temperature. Look, we have 1 brown one and 2 white ones. Brown egg, all 3 cents. There's your dozen, according to my mother, Mrs. Olson. It means a different kind of chicken later. There's no difference between brown eggs and white eggs. There's no difference. Nothing. It's a different kind of chicken. Some chickens like brown eggs, some chickens like white eggs. In America, where we live, we have white eggs. White eggs are everywhere. And we think it's a big deal that they're like more organic and fancy because they're brown. You know, it's hilarious. In France, where I am all the time, and I will be in March, all the eggs are brown. Yeah, because that's what the kind of chickens they got. I guess they probably have some chickens that lay white eggs. But most of the chickens on the farms where they buy the eggs from in France, pretty much all over the country, most of them are the chickens that lay the brown eggs. You almost never see white eggs. In America, white eggs, Trader Joe's, health food store brand. In France, when they watch Little House on the Prairie and Mrs. Olson starts going on about brown eggs and Miss Ingalls got them white eggs, do you know most people in France go, what? What is happening? I don't understand. Because they have no idea what we're talking about. Because they don't know brown eggs. It's the same. So you're going to want these, and you want to let things warm up. You're going to want sour cream and lots of it. This is how we make cheesecake. Now we're making a chocolate cheesecake. Do I have these? I do. I do indeed. Now I'm going to start doing things. I'm going to get this going. Oh, look. It's doing things. Now here's the fun thing. I'm going to preheat the oven. 300 degrees. You want your cheesecake cooking low and slow. Like I said, it cooks for days, hours. So you want 300 degrees. But get this, my oven, the new fancy induction oven, it makes a noise when it reaches the temperature. So that's why I didn't turn it on yet. I want you to be able to hear the ding dong, the cute little song. It sings. It's 300 degrees. So, Mr. Oven, thank you. I'm going to turn the oven on. Oh, look, it's on bake. Now, I'm going to ask it for temperature. And I want 300. There we go. Start. Now, right now, it's not hot. It's like cool. So it's going to heat up. When it hits 300, it's going to go dee-dee-doo-dee-dee-doo-dee-doo. I think this is ridiculous. Yeah, there's chickens that lay blue eggs and green eggs and pink eggs. You can get, it's like Easter eggs. Look, things are happening. But that's pretty thick. So what do we need? Well, we need sour cream. How much sour cream? La 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 la. 3/4 of a cup. Which doesn't sound like very much to me. But that's what we're going to do. Use this one. Scrape the thing. Whoa. So not even a whole cup? Oh, well. I don't know. That's more than 3/4 of a cup, isn't it? Well, that's about right. Where's that? Where's my measurement thing? Oh, there it is. That is 3/4 of a cup. And because this is mighty thick, I'm going to hold on. Shh. Dude, that's very thick. Look at that. We're just going to dump this. This is a recipe that really needs spatulas. I love spatulas. In home ec, they told us this is not a spatula. This is a scraper. A spatula is a flat metal device. It is completely flat, used for scraping over the top of measuring cups to assure that your sugar or flour is exactly even. That is a spatula. I've also seen pancake turners called spatulas. Who cares? Spatula's great. I don't mind. Look at that. But look how good that works. For getting all the massive cream cheese off. But I'm dumping in the sour cream because we need to soften that puppy up a little. Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, I just taste some. I just did. What? Yeah, that's much better. Now this says sugar. I don't like my cheesecake too sweet, especially chocolate. I don't want it too sweet. I want it cheesecake. But you need some sugar. This one says a cup. So be it. There's my cup of sugar. Chocolate. Now, what are we doing? Now, again, the complicated part. Now, you can take these, which are high-end. These were expensive. These are the fancy chocolate chips. These were stupid expensive. I can't say run out and buy these. They're fun, but they make chocolate chips that cost about a third as much as this. These are the cuckoo expensive ones. I went crazy. I'll use them. But one recipe is to put these in a measuring cup in the microwave or in a pot on the stove and slowly melt them and temper the 4 days later. Too much work. Too much work. So, what do we got? Oh, we have cocoa powder. This stuff's great. Good old-fashioned cocoa powder. And you're supposed to mix it up in a little container here with, like, in this recipe, a little water. And get this. Oh, look how smooth that is. That's very smooth. And a little bit of coffee. What? That's kind of crazy. If you don't even want to do that much work. Chocolate syrup. You could just add Fox's You Bet chocolate syrup. Or Hershey's order. I like the You Bet. It's good. I'm gonna pour chocolate syrup. La 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 la. I'm pouring chocolate syrup in. I'm so bad. You're supposed to add vanilla. I don't know. I'm making chocolate, but I think it's good for the thing. There you go. That's my vanilla. That's all that I needed. I'm gonna add a little cocoa powder because really you should. I could mix it up in the thing and add the coffee. Seems a little extreme. I'm not even measuring. That's probably 2 teaspoons. It was approximately 2 teaspoons. That's what I think that was. But look at that. Now it's time for eggs. Now these beautiful eggs. Is my name Percival Dalton? What am I going to do? Watch this. Remember Percival? Do I separate them? Well, I can, but I'm not going to look at that. Ta-da. Abracadabra. That was very clever. Percival separated eggs by hand. He did a whole thing. I could do that, but it's really hard. I have an egg separator. I have a little doohickey that has a little thing that catches the yolk. And I could actually do them. These are the 3 eggs. This is why I have this beautiful apron. It says LHOTP. Oh my God, that looks lovely. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Bloop, bloop, bloop. There's the eggs. Abracadabra. Ooh, la, 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 la. La, la, la. La, la, la. Throw this away. La, 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 la. Now what happens? Well, now it does that for a while. Hey, look, the oven's still not hot. It's at only 230 degrees, which is not hot enough for a cheesecake. Although, as I said, the cheesecakes like to cook slow and low. I'm moving things because this oven, now this is great. This is why I love my new oven, new stove. Okay, so my old stove was gas. It's great. It was a standard gas stove. I cooked all kinds of stuff on it. But when I went to bake, it vented the heat. Well, you gotta vent the heat. You have to vent. You gotta vent the heat. You can't not vent the heat. That would be bad. So it vented the heat, but like from here, the heat would come out. It wouldn't go up. It was pointed. It was literally pointed. So it would go whoosh, and the whole top of this stuff would become flaming hot. Flaming. Like I couldn't leave a tea kettle or a teapot or anything on the stove. It would just be like insanely hot. If I had my old gas stove on, I couldn't do this. I would have 3rd-degree burns if I did this. Wait, look at this. It's cold. The top of the stove is cold. Only the oven gets hot. It's electric. No, these things are induction, but this is so well designed, it doesn't heat up the house. It's not burning my hand. It's not blowing heat across the thing. It's cuckoo. And soon, okay, that's done. So I think I'm going to throw some chocolate chips in it. Now, am I going to taste it? Let me get my separate tasting spoons. You don't get hysterical and I'm polluting my food. It's a little thin. Oh, believe me, it'll bake up. Let's see now. It's probably a little sour. I added eggs. No, you can't eat eggs. A little bit. Yeah, hold on, wait. Oh my. Okay. Chocolate chip boxes, you bet, sir. Did you hear that? Do 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 do. Did you hear that? This is good. That does not need anything else. But we're going to throw some chocolate chips in. You know we are. So, the just went. And which means it is the correct temperature that I asked it to be. It's 300 degrees. I told it to be 300 degrees. It's 300 degrees. And it just sang, I am 300 degrees now. That's crazy. It did it. So we are going to take the pan, and you know what I'm going to do? Why not? I just threw a bunch of these very expensive, overpriced, but delicious chocolate chips into the baking thing. Now, come on now, big boy. Here we go. Here we go. Look at all that. Sounds like you need to scrape a little. Scrape, 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 scrape. La, 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 scrape. Let's set that one side. Scrape, 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 scrape. Scrape, scrapey, scrape, scrape. Good enough. Now, this is fun. This bowl. There we go. Oh! Now, I got to do a little scrapey. Look at this. Yeah. See, that's the problem with these overly deep mixing bowls and the fancy KitchenAid. There's stuff on the bottom here that's not mixed in. Yeah, I'm going to go with my regular egg beater. As fancy as this is, I got to get in here now and, like, retrieve a bunch of cream cheese from the bottom of the bowl and scrape all this sugar and cocoa down. That's weird. I shouldn't have to do that. Harumph, harumph. And now I got to give it another blast, right? It's okay. The oven's not going anywhere. It's not going to get any hotter than 300 degrees. No, it won't, because I told it not to. There we go. Heavens to Betsy that I had to even do such a thing. I'll bring it a little thicker now, right? Scrape, scrape. Scrape, scrapey. There we go. That's better. Okay. Oh, much better. Okay, honestly, the fact I had to even do that, it's too much work. Like I said, I'm trying to make this as little work as humanly possible. So there you were. Look at all you pretty people saying nice things to me. Thank you. I love you too. Now someone asked, are you guys springform pan? And as I said earlier, hell no. So take our totally cheater's way. Beep, beep. Da, da, da. Can you see this? A little closer, closer, closer. It's just ba da 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 da. Bloop bloop. Much bloop bloop. Ooh, scrapey, scrapey. Gonna be a lot of scraping here. Scrape, scrapey. Hey, that's a little lumpy. It's fine. No one will know. There's no cream cheese at the bottom. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go for Annie Marion's egg beater. Sometimes the odd ways are best. The odd ways are best. So look at that. Now, is this like overly full? Yes, it is. Do we care? No, we do not. Now, that's why if we were fancy and had a springform giant pan, of course, that of course would all fit in there. I've just dumped it into a Keebler pan. But, watch this. Mr. Oven, it's 300 degrees. Ooh, yikes, it's hot. Now, this is cold, though. Very, very carefully, we put it on a cookie sheet for spills. Very carefully, middle of the oven, right in the middle, right in the middle. Middle rack, middle thing, middle seat. Ta-da! That's it. Now, no, there is more. So first of all, we're going to check the time. Oh, look, it's 2:16. So nearly an hour from now. 3:16? About 3. About 3 o'clock. Wait till 3 o'clock for this thing. But there's one more thing to do where things get even nuttier. And I think I'm not even using you because you're bad. Using the regular bowl. Hang on a sec. Rinsey, wipey. Okay. I'm going to take this other bowl because that thing's getting too complicated for me. And what am I doing? Well, I'm going to take this here. Tra-la. And we're going to do topping. Topping? Now, let me see. Last time I made topping, I did a cup of sour cream, and I felt I didn't have enough. I felt it was not enough, so I'm going to use more than a cup of sour cream. So we can make topping. Again, chocolate, again, chips, and again, sugar. Not too much sugar, not too much. So, again, we're going to get out the sour cream. Doo-doo. And we're going to go scrapey. This time, we're going to use the whole cup. Luckily, I have more sour cream. Oh no, we're running out. No, of course I have more. I always have more. I have more of everything. That's another thing. You sometimes got to have like more of everything. La la la. That's right. Oh, look, more. I like sour cream. You know, when you have a baked potato, I like to put some on, but I don't like to glob it on. I just need a little. A little goes a long way with it. But sour cream. Same thing. More sour cream. Woo! Blanc. More. Bloop. Is that a cup? But I'm going to do a little more. So, we're going to dump this in a bowl. Look at this. It's so thick, it doesn't come out of the cup. See, this is why you need the scrapey thing, the spatula, that is sometimes called a spatula, or not. Who's going, Plum, come to Pennsylvania. I need to dog you. Well, we'll get you eventually. La, la, la. Scrapey, also scrapey. Come on now, get out of there, you. There we go. Scrape. Okay, we did that, so that's a cup. I say it needs a little more. I'm going to actually go, la-da, there, that's the, and a little more. Do that. Now what goes in here? Sugar. How much sugar would you say? Not very much. This is the topping. You know how the really good cheesecake in New York has that topping? That's the sour cream thing. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Da-da-da. It says a quarter cup. A little tiny measuring cup. This is, I'll do this over here in case I spill. Like that, see? I spilled, but I had it over a container. Quarter cup, there you go. And again, what are we doing? Just gonna stir that up. That's probably gonna need more sugar than that. Does that need more sugar? I think it does. But you know what also I'm gonna do? It also says salt for some reason. Yeah, it's about how much it needs. Also needs vanilla. Boop, that's enough. Tiniest drop of vanilla. Now, this would be the topping. And what you're supposed to do is when this is after like almost a freaking hour, like 55 minutes, you take this thing out of the oven and you spread this on top. And then you put it back in the oven. Yes, you put it back in the oven for like 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And then you take it out. And you get the whole thing cool. And then you stick it in the fridge for like a day. But it's a chocolate one. So what are we going to do to this? La la la. Whee! Now. La 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 la. Mix that, mix it. Do we want to get crazy? Because in one of the recipes it said coffee. Coffee. Oh wait, that's a little much. How much coffee should we do it? Should I do it? Poof. Coffee. Chocolate. Mocha. Now it's mocha. It makes it mocha. I put coffee in it. Look at that. La 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 la. Oh, look at that. There we go. Whee! Nah, there you go. Okay. Should I? Yes, that's that. I don't want to miss any of the chocolate in it. So that is going to go on top when this comes out. And well, you may ask, well, are we going to seriously stand here for an hour waiting for this sucker to come out? No, we most certainly are not. Well, what are we going to do? What we're going to do, because it's a cooking show. And, of course, cooking shows are magic. That's what I always liked about watching cooking shows as a child, because they were magic. Julia Child and Graham Kerr and all those people would do all this crazy stuff. And then they'd put like a big old chicken or something in the oven. And you go, well, that's going to be hours. And they go, oh, look. And they'd open like another oven and go, look, children. And they pull out a completely cooked chicken. So we just did this whole thing. It's in the oven. It's going to be in the oven for a freaking hour. Except, wait. Put my sour cream away. I don't want it to go bad. I'll put the sour cream in the fridge. And I wonder what I'll find there. Oh, no. What's this? Behind my sour cream. Look. Yes. Oh, look what's in the fridge. So I made this. And last night, same crust, same thing with the coffee and the chocolate and the thing. A lot of chocolate chips. And I put some chocolate chips on the topping to melt and smeared them around. Just for the sheer hell of it. Don't know, could be good. So now what are we going to do? Well, we're going to get a really sharp knife out there. Ginsu. It's literally, remember the Ginsu knife commercials? It's Ginsu knife. Ginsu. I can go cut through metal and stuff. So I'm going to try to cut this thing. La 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 la. La la la. La la. There's so many chocolate chips and graham cracker and thickness and chocolate. It's actually almost hard to cut. And it's been freezing in the refrigerator for like 18 hours or something. I think I need a plate. I had a fork. What am I doing? I need a plate. Plate. Now, there, I have a plate. And I have a kniff. I have a kniff, not a purple kniff. Akron reference. Cleveland. Yes, are you anybody from Ohio? Did you get this? Goulardi? I know. I am too young and not from Ohio, and I shouldn't know who Goulardi is, but I married someone who was older and from Ohio. Look at this. This, like, solid mass of cheesecake. You have to come out of there. All right. Maybe I have this piece. This piece looks nicer. This piece will look nicer on camera. We'll cut this one. Wow. That's some work. Ah! That's better. Here. You show your good side. Okay. Do I need a fork? I need a fork. We can put this here because this isn't hot. Because it's magic. And now I have the fork. Okay. Magic time. Okay. So, what we have here is your graham cracker crust. And chocolate cheesecake. And chocolate sour cream topping. And this one's a mess and fell over. But everything got melted. All the chocolate chips I put in. I see no... Oh, wait. There you can see. You can see that there is evidence of some chocolate chip action in there. And there's apparently a lot of coffee in this one. So I'll be bouncing off the bloody walls. Cook the cake. Do I? Okay. It's cheesecake. It's cream cheesy. It's sweet but sour and chocolatey and sweet and everything. Wait, that's a big hunk of crust. Oh my word. There's so much concentrated chocolatey goodness and dairy. If you do not eat dairy, for dietary reasons, you're going to have to go buy some special cream cheese, special sour cream. They make stuff that, they also make low-fat and non-fat, and they make stuff. You can probably use Splenda instead of sugar. You can absolutely adjust this recipe to not send you into diabetic fat coma. But today, this is massive amounts of dairy and sugar. It just is. And chocolate. The creaminess and chocolateness of this is insane. I can't even describe it. What's this, like, crusty chocolate thing on top? I could eat that. No. What does the crusty chocolate part taste like? Right. Wow. Okay. Someone just said, I'm heading out in the blizzard to go get ingredients so I can make this tonight. Wow. Oh, someone says whipping. Oh, God, I don't know. So this is whipped cream. I don't think I'd put whipped cream on this. I think my eyes might just roll back into my head from that much sugar and dairy and we pass out. It's really good. It's very rich. It's very chocolatey. You will not need this big a piece, ever, like, in your life. This is serving for 4. It is out. Yes, nom nom nom. Oh, maybe vanilla ice cream. Maybe it needs ice cream. It's lethal. It's lethal, but it is smooth, completely smooth, and creamy, and cheesecakey. It's amazing. Smooth, moist, cheesecakey chocolate. Can't beat it. And I didn't use a springform pan or make my own crust or melt and temper chocolate or do any of the hard stuff. Actually, it was actually just a kind of stupid easy. So it can be done. But I'm probably going to go buy a springform pan, later today, tomorrow, and learn how to make one the real way. Because I can do that. But there you go. If you have no special equipment in your home, you don't need this. As you said, we're going to need the egg beater more. You don't need any special equipment. You don't need any special ingredients. You need sour cream and you need cream cheese and sugar, basically. Is what you need. Some eggs. Whoopie-doo. So there you are. That is how you make freaking cheesecake. Now, like I said, that's going to be in the oven forever. And then I put the coating on it and put it back in forever. And then put it in the refrigerator forever. And there will be a second one of these. But that's how it is with cheesecake. Thank you so much. And we'll be doing some more stuff soon. Thank you.